This second tutorial video will introduce to you the concordance function on CorpusChat.com. Let's get started. Once you have successfully logged in, again, you have to choose which chatbot you would like to talk to. Let's say you're an arts student, so you would like to chat with BAWE, British Academic Written English Corpus. Click the button Chat Now. Imagine that you are writing an academic essay and you know there's so many citation verbs, but most of the time you're not quite sure which to use. You're struggling with two common used verbs, demonstrate and show. So you can ask AI this question. Can you compare the frequency and usage of these two words, show and demonstrate, in the corpus? Present them in a table. Again, it will take you a short while before you can get the answer from AI. This concordance function is very useful so that you don't really need technical knowledge and it will just provide you the answers. Okay, now it will just give you a very simple answer in terms of the usage. It says that show is significantly more frequent than demonstrate. So sometimes in our prompt, you have to be more specific. But at least you get the information about frequency, okay? Sometimes it may use another word for relative frequency. If you want to make it more specific, you have to say, give me the raw frequency or the normalized frequency. So you can try this once again, okay? You can copy and paste this question and then you can just modify this. For example, can you compare the normalized frequency because you're comparing two words? So in such a case, that is very important to make sure that the currents are comparable. So let's try this out again. The frequency information will be very important. At least we know in this huge corpus, British Academic Written Corpus, show this word is far more frequently used than demonstrate, especially if we have a look at the normalized frequency. So at least the frequency information will provide us with the idea that which is more representative, okay, in academic essays. And then, okay, you can continue the conversations with AI. I'm struggling, let's say, okay, sometimes you can be more human. I'm struggling with using these two words. So based on the frequency results, give me the top 10 concordance examples of show and demonstrate in the corpus. Okay, always highlight and indicate in the corpus. Present them in a keyword in context table. That makes it easier and clearer for you. Compare. Actually, in one question, you can actually, or in one prompt, you can actually ask AI to do several things for you. Compare the usages. All right. So you can be more interactive with the AI, just treat CorpusChat somehow like a coach, like a tutor, where very quickly it gives you the answers, especially in a keyword in context. It's less overwhelming than any traditional corpus search interface. Scroll up and then you will see here are the top 10 concordance examples and they're presented in keyword in context. Okay, and then you know, okay, it actually can be used in different verb forms, past participle form, present tense form, ing form, and also we have some other examples. Demonstrate, its ideas demonstrate, it was clearly demonstrate, quite a wide variety of usages. In terms of frequency, show appears to be more frequently used. And for demonstrate, even if it's not that frequently used, it suggests a high level of evidential support, while show will be more used in general contexts. Okay, pretty good answers and more reliable data. Then you may want to know more about, in terms of the grammar, how actually they're different in the usages. So you can further ask, how would you compare the grammatical patterns of these two words in the corpus? Again, present them in keyword in context table. Okay, and then click. Now, it's very interesting in such a way that we don't really need too much time on interpreting the answers from concordance lines. Very quickly, we can get the results, and we know they're not generic answers. They're all the answers that Sketch Engine provided, and AI is actually helping you to get the answers and interpret them for you. And then it shows, okay, again in table form, show and demonstrate, and further provide you with the comparison of grammatical patterns. Show appears in different forms. This is what actually we found out from the previous examples. Okay, a more flexible use and often used in the present tense. Okay, while demonstrate is predominantly used in the past tense. If you like, you can ask AI. I can see demonstrate is predominantly used in the past tense. And then can you give me, okay, some more examples in keyword in context about how this word is used in the past tense, for example. Now, you can do so. For example, give me some more examples from the corpus that show, that indicate maybe how the word demonstrate is predominantly used in the past tense. This is very interesting. Students always find it very challenging to decide on which tense use to use for certain citation verb. This will be very interesting in such a way that we know the role about and we can actually have the real language use examples. Okay, so it just gives you the answer that, okay, it's basically why past tense, because it's referring to previous studies. Okay. And then we know that the verb show not necessarily have to be used to make reference to literature, right? For example, our result shows that it can be something that we can use in the discussion section of a research paper. Let's say, for example, okay, you just want to know about another citation verb, which is argue. Okay, and then remember this is a corpus, and then you can ask for the source files. Okay, let's say, okay, can you tell me which tense use is common in for the verb argue in academic essays in this corpus? Okay. You will see that when you're having dialogues with AI, you're not alone, just like traditionally when you're searching a corpus. Seems like you're talking with your teacher. More or less, AI is a coach, and then you can actually find it really enriching for the dialogues and conversations. And you're actually building the knowledge while you're having conversations with AI. Again, it shows you, okay, the different tense uses for the verb argue in the corpus. But if you don't ask for frequency, then it will not give you the answer. So you have to specify your prompt. Okay. Now we can try if it is possible to get, okay, a source file, which is also very common on any corpus search platforms. Can you give me the source file of the first example from the table that you just presented? Okay. Now, if you are on a traditional corpus search platform, you can just click on a particular concordance line and it will show you maybe the original sentence or maybe the paragraph or maybe in a full version for the entire source text. So we know that it's actually from this British Academic Written Corpus, and we know for this example of argue is actually referring to a literature. referring to a scholar argues something, it is not a static phenomenon. And it is used in present tense. And then you can actually click this and then download the source file. Okay, you can click it and then you can download the cited file, which is actually from this real corpus. Maybe you can also ask follow-up questions. Why the writer used present tense for the verb argue, not using the past tense, let's say, okay? That's always a challenge for the students, which tense they have to choose when it comes to using a citation verb. And then here it has some pretty good explanations, sort of like building on the knowledge. We use present tense for several reasons. It's mainly timeless of the argument, maybe ongoing scholarship, maybe it is a general truth. Right? You cannot further ask AI, can you give me more examples of other citation verbs that are synonyms of argue and also used it in the present tense? So this is actually very interesting, and then it can make the dialogues and learning experiences more meaningful and rewarding. And I hope that you enjoy this. If you have any questions, if you find any technical problems, feel free to contact me. I'm Lisa Chan from the University of Hong Kong.